As we come together to celebrate the Platinum Jubilee of Queen Elizabeth II, we look back at her coronation day on the 2nd of June, 1953. At the ceremonial heart of that day was the crown, the sacred symbol of royal majesty and monarchy. And to this day, the crown jewels are kept under protection at the most historic of royal palaces, the Tower of London.
I'm here at the absolutely majestic Tower of London, and this is where the crown jewels are held. And of course, Tower of London is steeped in royal history. You know, Anne Boleyn was here, a Queen of England was actually imprisoned here. The crown jewels, though, weren't always kept safe here. That's why they were sent here in the first place. But of course, during the Civil War, Oliver Cromwell and his parliamentarian army stormed the Tower of London, stole the crown jewels, and they were sold, melted, and made into coins. But luckily, some of those jewels were recovered. And at the restoration of King Charles II, a new crown was created, and that same imperial state crown is the one that we saw Queen Elizabeth II wear for her coronation. I'm now on the water taxi, which is incredible because it goes up and down the Thames and drops you off at, of course, London's landmark stops. One of them, the Tower of London. So right behind me, you can see the extraordinary Tower of London, where the crown jewels are held, and of course, where, you know, many kings and queens have actually spent some time there at the Tower of London. But, you know, everybody's really excited. The energy around London, and in particular these landmark spots, it's incredible because everybody's getting ready to celebrate the Queen and, of course, the Platinum Jubilee.
London, the morning of Tuesday, June the 2nd, the morning of Coronation Day.
Right behind me are the Houses of Parliament, and of course, that iconic Big Ben. I'm on my way to Westminster Abbey right now, and I'm just thinking back to June 2nd, 1953, the coronation of Queen Elizabeth II. And you can imagine in this space right here, crowds of people waiting for her arrival. In fact, 27 million people tuned in for the first ever televised coronation. And considering there were only 36 million people in the UK at that time, that's a lot of people tuning in. 11 million people tuned in by radio and millions more around the globe. So I'm gonna head over there right now and fill you in a little bit more.
Into Trafalgar Square ride men of the Household Cavalry, by tradition the guardians of Her Majesty throughout her reign. Through Admiralty Arch comes the coach to a roar of welcome from the waiting thousands. The Duke of Edinburgh wears the full dress uniform of Admiral of the Fleet as he rides with his wife and Queen.
Lucky for me, there is a shop here and it's all Platinum Jubilee. So I have my wallet and I'm ready to go in and do some good shopping. But how am I going to stop myself from buying so much? Ta-da! It was very hard to actually choose, but of course I had to get a tea towel. So 1952 to 2022, and on the other side it has Queen Elizabeth II right there. So, and I thought it's a really pretty color. It's a really pretty color. So that, and as I'm trying to balance everything here, I did have to get a Christmas ornament. So I love that. Queen Elizabeth II. Oh, Platinum Jubilee. And then I really liked this. He's kindly put it in an extra bag for me. Maybe that means it's extra special. Not quite sure. But I remember collecting coins at big events when I was younger. And this is a coin, so Queen Elizabeth II Platinum Jubilee. And I just remember as a little girl, you know, that's what you would always get as sort of your memorable token from some big event. And oh, and it says here we go, crowned in Westminster Abbey.
Upon the annex steps, the Earl Marshal waits. The coach, which through the centuries has borne 6 monarchs to their coronations, has never carried one more fitted for the tasks of sovereignty than she who now is to be crowned.
Imagine back to 11 a.m., 2nd of June, 1953, with thousands of people standing outside waiting for the arrival of Queen Elizabeth for her coronation. And here she arrives in the Golden State carriage. She steps out in this beautiful white satin dress embroidered in gold and silver thread. She enters the Abbey for a 3-hour ceremony. And not only were there thousands of people inside, but all of the aristocracy was there as well in their coronets and their robes. In fact, my husband's grandfather, who was Viscount Hinchingbrook at the time, attended the coronation as well. What a stunning day to remember.
The 9 processions which accompanied the guests to the Abbey join into one enormous column to advance before Her Majesty on the journey back to the palace. Queen Charlotte of Tonga waves a warm greeting.
I'm on my way to Buckingham Palace, where so many of the events for the Jubilee are taking place. In fact, in the distance there, you can see the grandstand, if you like, being set up, the stadium. And we're heading there now, but you can feel it already here in St. James's Park, the energy of the excitement of this, 4-day celebration of the Queen.
Again the golden coach moves into the Mall, and those who cheered Her Majesty's procession to the Abbey acclaim her again. Elizabeth, the crowned Queen of Great Britain and the Commonwealth.
After the Queen left the ceremony at Westminster Abbey, she and the royal family came down the Mall in procession towards, of course, Buckingham Palace. And there were crowds and crowds of people streaming the streets, the sidewalks, everywhere you looked. Everybody was so jubilant and so excited that the Queen had just been crowned. And if you fast forward to where we are today, 70 years later, the exact same thing is happening. Huge celebrations about to happen for the Platinum Jubilee. You can see the Union Jacks lining the Mall, and again, sound systems everywhere. We're all excited because that Queen, our Queen, is going to be on the balcony very, very soon.